I became a Grasshopper expert without memorizing any components. In this video, I'll be showing you the exact three problems that I had to solve to become one. This is me at the beginning of my journey, a little nervous, actually a lot more nervous than I just said. Very nervous, anxious, and not know what to do, how to do, and so on and so forth. So that's why the first problem that I want to talk to you was about my approach. I was seeing Grasshopper just like any other 3D modeling or drafting software. I was comparing it with AutoCAD, I was comparing it with Rhino, ArchiCAD, Revit, whatever you were using, SketchUp. But the problem with that was in those softwares, you are basically the operator. You do a scaling operation, you do a trimming operation, and you see kind of immediate results and you move on. However, when you go into Grasshopper, you have to, or I had to change my approach and I had to unlearn the things that I learned with those softwares because it was pretty difficult to implement them in Grasshopper. Names were similar or same. However, the way that I operated with those in Grasshopper and you operate with them will be a lot different. In Grasshopper, you have to think things as a conductor rather than an operator. You basically either scaling, trimming, splitting, whatever you are doing, you are basically creating the system, not the operation itself. So you are designing the process rather than doing the exact thing that you want to do. That's why you have to unlearn the things that you learned beforehand with any other software. The second problem that I wanted to mention, and this was a big one, is the feeling, the mental state. So whenever I opened Grasshopper, I felt nervous, anxious. That led me to do the things without thinking. So whenever I opened Grasshopper, I wanted to do this, I wanted to do that. I was connecting this cable to here, to there, and without realizing what I really wanted to do, or without paying attention the strategies so that I can achieve the results that I wanted to. I wanted that, excuse me. So I needed to calm myself down. I needed to tell myself, okay, this is very different than the things that I've already learned. And it's going to be a little more difficult because I am strange to this process. This process is not something that I'm familiar with. Therefore, I needed to calm myself down. I needed to tell myself, okay, it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to take a little more time to get the logic, to get my hands dirty with this. And but one thing here, please, 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 do not try to fight with this. Do not try to fight with Grasshopper. Try to understand it in a calm way, okay? And you feel kind of stuck. You feel frustrated. Don't let these feelings stop you. To calm down, take a breath, and remind yourself this is a learning process which is very different than the experiences you had before. And the third problem is watching tutorials only. Don't get me wrong, I've been recording tutorials. I think they're really helpful, but when you have some level of experience on something, okay? Imagine this. If you watch a tutorial how to build a car, you probably won't be able to do it on your own because each component, each part will require specific knowledge, right? Specific experience. The same happens with Grasshopper because if you only watch tutorials without doing or executing on them, you won't be able to get sustainable results. And tutorials are really tricky because when you watch them, you feel productive. You think you learned something, but when you open the Grasshopper canvas, you realize nothing stuck with you because the moment when you are watching them, you have to try them on your own to see if you get the logic. What happens when you move a slider? What happens when you remove something from the inputs or remove something or add something to the inputs? You have to try the things that you're watching on your own. Again, I am a big fan of tutorials. I'm using it in my daily life to solve many problems that I have, including changing the wipers of my car. But if you don't try them, you won't learn anything. So whenever you watch tutorial, try to do it on your own in your computer And when you see problems, don't be frustrated. Try to solve them by rewatching and rewatching and rewatching. And if you want to try something different, if you want to give it a shot to another learning system, join my free school community with the link in description. And with the link in description, you can join 2-day free Grasshopper challenge. It's completely free. My gift to you to enhance and speed up your learning in Grasshopper. The problem number four, when you even start building some solutions, when you even creating some solutions, if they are in the Grasshopper screen only, if they are digital only, it will be a lighter or it will stick a little less than with a physical solving with a physical outcome. I'm a huge believer of tangible things. If you build something, physical thing, by Grasshopper, by the things that you've done in Grasshopper, the learning or the knowledge that is acquired will stay longer. So if you do something in Grasshopper, if you solve a problem digitally, that's great. That's great. I'm pretty sure it will be with you for a while. However, if you are at the beginning, if you kind of include a physical solution through your Grasshopper script, through your Grasshopper solution, that knowledge will stay with you forever. As I explained with my waffle structure video, which was my first project, I needed to use Grasshopper and solve a real life problem. And there's a bonus that I want to mention. Put yourself out there. If you put yourself out there with a recording, with a tutorial, with a PDF, something that you saw, and if you document that and share it with others, the learning will be reinforced. I believe that teaching is the teaching is the biggest enhancer in learning things. The more you try to teach, the more you learn. So when you come up with a solution, put yourself out there, just like this video, with a video or a PDF, some kind of a documentation, and help others. That will give you a lot better learning experience. Thanks for watching this. Thanks for watching this. If you are serious with learning Grasshopper, I have 5 spots working one-on-one with me. I put a link in description to book a discovery call with me. Speak to you soon. Have a great day.